She pulled a little pocket knife and proceeded to cut deep gashes vertically down the doll's face, running over the eyes and popping the tiny stitch buttons that were fastened there. She buried the blade and twisted it, sending parts of the doll flying into the air. "Not so gorgeous anymore," she muttered as blood poured from my cheeks and my eyelids burst open. We dated for a few weeks before I became concerned she took my hair. That was odd. And I found her stuffing it into her pockets one day. I was never allowed to visit her home. I noticed unusual flashes of light shining through the windows from within. She wore strange jewelry, such as upside-down crosses and pentagrams. I should have phoned Haley, at least to break up with her. Instead, I texted her to tell her it was over. She contacted me 2 seconds later and fell into tears. She questioned what she had done wrong. After minutes of bickering, I told her what I actually thought of her and why I was breaking up with her. After we hung up, I felt a piercing ache in my stomach, as if someone had driven a knife into my gut. It became worse and worse until I bent over and was down on the floor of my living room shrieking in pain. It stopped after a few long minutes, and I groaned with relief as I rose from the floor on weak legs. Haley texted me shortly after. The mail contained a photo of a bizarre handcrafted doll with wispy strands of human hair coming from its head. It had a face that looked like mine. A needle was being inserted into the doll's tummy. I started typing a message with trembling hands, pleading for her forgiveness and telling her that I didn't mean what I said. I felt a burning agony in my gut, this time much worse than before. When I looked down, I saw blood flowing out and trickling to the floor. Another text message arrived, this time with a photo. It was a horrendous image of the doll's large tummy gut open with a sharp knife, peeling aside the cloth to reach inside. I felt as if a hand was reaching inside of me, yanking on things and twisting my intestines, slashing and slicing with a knife. I screamed as the feeling of blood flooded my insides and something erupted on my left side. For a few long seconds, my guts felt twisted and pulled, but suddenly the sensation ceased and I was left gasping for air again, down on my knees. I texted Haley with shaking hands. "Please take me back. Please accept my apologies." It was all I could think about. It was the only way to get her to stop hurting me. When she came to my door, I felt a flood of comfort sweep over me. Haley paused for time before shaking her head. "No," she answered. "Nobody can help you. I just wanted to see this for myself." With that, she pulled a little pocket knife and proceeded to cut deep gashes vertically down the doll's face, running over the eyes and popping the tiny stitch buttons that were fastened there. She buried the blade and twisted it, sending parts of the doll flying into the air. "Not so gorgeous anymore," she muttered as blood poured from my cheeks and my eyelids burst open. "I deserve more than a breakup text."